Thank you, Blah. I appreciate that. All right, let's work on my other ship then. We just have a mission to go to Minmus, so we'll just work on that one. We'll come back to this one later. Open here. Minmus. All right. In the meantime, we have to explore Minmus. Fly by Minmus. So we'll do that and get some science and then go from there. How you doing, normal white girl? Welcome in. Thank you for the hug. That was pretty instantaneous. You need to know how to get there. How to get where? I remember when there was a bit sound that I really liked, but I don't remember what it was. What was it? The sound. I can tell you the amount. Minmus? Are you being sarcastic? Because I can show you how to get there right now. You don't remember at all? Oh, okay. Well, I can't help you. Bye, French Emperor. I'll see you later, buddy. I know I'll figure it out. We'll be fine. I'm trying to be overzealous or overambitious right now. When I just need to take my time. I was trying to spike science early. You never been there yet in game? Well, sit tight. We'll show you how to get there. Getting there is the easy part. We'll have that done here shortly. I don't have any doubt that we can do that with precision and excellence. We're gonna do some science while we're there, though. That way we can have some numbers to bring back. We'll do that. So this is a flyby. 3,500 delta V at 0.89. That's at altitude, which is perfect. We're just flying by. We're not coming home or anything. We're not landing. And we weigh 6.8 tons, so the rest of that should be easy. Is Sandy in the mood for a treat? She sure is. You want to know as well how to get to Minmus? We'll be working on that here shortly. It's easy. Normal white girl, the 250 bits. Thank you for that. For our chunky queen. The thunder shirt worked like a charm last night. That's cool, man. That's cool. Good for them. Yeah, I worked like a charm for her for the most part, but then she stayed up and did this the whole night. Blah. Thank you for the 481. You could have done 420 if you wanted. I appreciate the support. Good looking out for me. 6.82 tons. Okay, so we'll go back to sea level now. And I think the drop tanks are a good idea, so maybe we'll do that. That's stack separator. I want just a decoupler. Feel like it might be a bit overused. Okay, I got you. Fair enough. I wish I could remember what the sound was that you liked. Ellie took the fireworks like a champ. I honestly think they were a little far away to wake her up. Oh, that's cool. Well, good for her. Blast showing the ways of the armament to Camaro Shell. Camaro Shell, enjoy your ad-free viewing, your Sandy emotes, and your sword. You dropped your sword there. And welcome back in. Cybex. Rarest. There you go. There's your 420. Is that a hype train? Hype train. Already level 2. Exclamation point celebration if you guys are confused as about what's about ready to happen here. Thank you, Rarest, for the 420. Rarest, Iowa. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Good gracious. Well, now you're off by 80 bits to having a 10,000 and unlocking a new bit emote, which I think is 10,000's what? An axe? I think it's an axe. But also, that's a dance too. It's also a celebration. Celebration. Thank you, Rarest. Appreciate you, buddy. Celebration. Okay. Now I got a party hat on and we're building a rocket. Let's get this thing out of here. I want to put this on. I got some dance moves, maybe. I like to groove it. I like to move it, move it. Is that the way it goes? I like to move it, move it. Rocket. 2751 at 1.67. That's actually not bad because this thing's so light. Let's add drop tanks to it. How much weight do we got? We got 16 tons. So if I add these 9 and 18, it leaves us 2 tons shy, but we can shake some of the fuel in one of them for sure. Yeah, let's do that. Or I can just take this off and do this. And then we'll only put 2. What orange came first, the fruit or the color? Well, so that's debatable. I would argue that the color has always existed. We just didn't have a name for it. So the fruit was probably named first. It was probably the base of some language that, you know, isn't English. And then we just associated the color with it since it was the same color. Normal. That's the way to go. I think you just like Sandy too much. Which is a good problem to have. There's a lot of people in here that like Sandy too much. And I'm okay with sharing her with you guys. Okay, we're at 48.3 tons, which means I can probably put a little bit cap here, like this. 49.4. Turn on cross-feeding here. Which means we've got a stage. That gives us 3,400 Delta V. It's because this doesn't have the science and stuff on it. Or the bay. Do you ever feel self-conscious like I do when you wear a hat backwards? It looks like it's not going to make it all the way around your dome? No. My head's big, but this hat's cool, so I like it. You love every dog equally, which is too much. Okay, fair. That's a good problem to have. I like every dog too until it starts growling at me and trying to bite me. Then I don't like it anymore. I'm like, you know what? I don't like your dog. Because I think I'm a nice person. And that dog doesn't think that I am, and that makes me sad. So we just need 1 parachute to bring this thing back home. But I think I might want to put some drones on it. So yeah, we'll put a couple of drones on the sides here. 49.784, and that's before Kerbal. Valentina. Sure, we'll put Valentina on board. 49.748. We got a little bit of weight to shake. What can we add or take away or do with? Thank you for the hype train, you guys. You had to pit chill outside of my work all day? That's cool. Hope it didn't sound rude. I'm wearing a snapback and it's only holding by 2 snaps. Well, this one's Velcro and it's holding by a little bit of Velcro. So, I mean, I get it. I get it. But no, it wasn't rude. I don't mind questions like that. I think I want to give this a shot. See how well it performs. It's 3,400 Delta V. It should put this thing into orbit. 49.748. We can shake a little bit of fuel somewhere. How do I do this? Do we have little fuel tanks yet? We don't. I have a drain valve. That's not enough. Antenna, maybe? If I want to transmit science? They didn't really add much weight either. Okay. Oh, well, let's give it a shot. Save and go. Minmus! So I'll show you guys how to get to Minmus. First of all, you might want exclamation point KSP info. That kind of gives you Delta V information and stuff. You can bookmark it and save it for later because it's not my sheet. And you might also want to use the alarm clock if you want. But we're just going to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be out. Drop tanks will come off once we burn 500 Delta V. We should be able to circularize pretty easily. We're not missing anything on here, right? We got a heat shield, parachutes. Yeah, that should be an easy return home. The 1.8 architecture adds a lot of awesome customizability. That's in Making History DLC. I strongly recommend getting that. It makes a world of a difference. 7, 5, 4, 2. Tanks are off. 3,000 Delta V. It's just out of this world. It is. Cybex, get out of my head. I'm gonna wait until 10K to turn because I don't want this thing to flip because of drag. Because we're creating drag here, we're creating drag here, and this is also kind of bull-nosed. Normal that no, there are much better people than me at this game. I am but a simple folk. I would love to get a work from home position for a construction firm doing estimation. That'd be sweet. Then I could stream it. Oh no. Oh no, no! Damn it. Let's go to the VAB. I could probably put fins on the inside. Someone free for all with you? No. No. Super Cat's here. She would normally do it, but I don't know where she ran off to. You miss the old Hangout and Estimate streams? 49.798. Alright, we got fins. Let's go. Oh, there's Super Cat. I guilted her. I guilted her into joining. You're organizing your pills. Gotcha. Is this the day of the week, or did you just forget until the last minute? Typing is hard. It's okay. I speak Taiwanese. You think your streak is done? Nah. There's always room for more streaks. I streak all the time in my house. That's one thing I'm fearing. When we do this subathon coming up in 4 days, by the way, exclamation point subathon, if we end up going longer than a day, I'm gonna have to like wear clothes while I sleep. I usually wear like underwear, for anybody wondering. I'm not like totally naked, but I have to like wear clothes. Oh, I got you, Super Cat. Well, I hope they work out for you. Exclamation point KSP50T. You're not familiar with it because I made it up. It's something I'm doing to challenge myself. Nothing can leave KSC that weighs 50 tons or more. So I have to build around it. And there's some goals in that command too that you can see. Low key sounds like a nudist. No, nudists like to be looked at by other people. I don't like to be looked at by other people. Otherwise, I would stream it. I'm not a nudist. I'm not gonna get too far into detail about things, but I'm not a nudist. You like to look at me, Rarest Iowa? You don't want to see. I got more rolls than your local bakery. It looked like a weird cinnamon bun roll. You're anti-nudist, probably. I'm the next hot tub streamer? No, not in the slightest. I have to be attractive to do that. That's one of the key steps I'm missing to be a hot tub streamer. You can commiserate. Nothing wrong with a few rolls. Not a few. Yeah, I agree with you there. Trust me, I left dad bod territory like 20 years ago. You want to build a deck dock, but the land is prone to minor sinkholes. Is there a way to avoid purposely compacting the soil? The substance is typically no more than 6 inches at a time. Wait. The subsidence? The subsidence? So you can't go any deeper than 6 inches? Oh, the sinking. Oh. How do you live somewhere that has a really high water table? And how often does it sink? I want to build a deck. I'm thinking because there's a couple things you can do, but I'm just trying to figure out more about your situation. All right. I need to separate this here. And yeah, we got plenty of Delta V. This is crazy. I don't need to know exactly where you live. I'm just trying to get an idea of where you are, like how the area is around you. Is it like a high water table? Are you in a floodplain, like really low lying? Are you above sea level, below sea level? It almost sounds like you're in Florida, if I had to guess. But I don't want to dox you or anything. You're between a small pond and a cranberry bog. How big of a deck are you wanting to build? Well, you said dock too, so it's going to go out into the water, right? So like what you can do as far as a dock is concerned, they make floatable docks. I don't know how deep of water you're going into with the pond, but they make floatable docks that you can have, like have a deck and then have the dock afterwards. I don't know how expensive it is though for like common construction. I know they're used at like state parks and stuff. But as far as building a deck on the edge and keeping it from slipping too much, what I would suggest is you want to pour concrete footings deep into the ground and then have you don't really need concrete pillars coming back up through, but have like a 6x6 or a 4x4 to kind of be your weight-bearing post. And then depending on how big you're making your deck, you know, will determine your spacing. Because if you have a larger footprint, you can kind of get away with longer spacing. If you have a shorter footprint, you're going to be a little tighter. All right, so step one, going to Minmus. Get into orbit. We're probably going to go 90 by 90 since we're close. Yeah, piles. Rarest Iowa. That's what I was talking about. But sinking piles manually, it might still incur that slumping penalty. If you have a larger footprint, it won't be as prone to that. If H2O, you need pips last longer. What's up, Pop Smoke? All right, so once you get out here, you want to set Minmus as a target and then burn out to it. I'm mainly just wondering if there was a mechanism that could spring up to keep it level if the support drops out from under it. No. There probably is, but it's probably so expensive that it wouldn't be worth trying to afford. It wouldn't be worth it in the long run. Better username. That's the Mun. There's Minmus. So then you find Minmus. You can move your maneuver node around. Find Minmus, and then you just burn to it. That was kind of actually pretty easy. Such a boomer when it comes to the commands. You'll be fine. You'll figure it out, Carlo. You're new. All right, so we're going to jump to the maneuver, and then we're going to burn out. Now, I'm hitting it right like where we intersect. I wouldn't try to hit it out there. You want to try and hit it when you line along here. But if you need to go out that way, just know that when you set the target, you have to fix your ascending node. Make sure you're at 0 or close to 0. He bounced off of a pillow for momentum and then ran into the wall. Like a wrestling match. Into the ring and then into a wall. But yeah, no, need a better username. It's gonna be prone to it regardless. I would say when it goes down the 6 inches, does it come back up? How you doing, Striker? Welcome in. Is it you had mentioned it springing when it goes down. Does it go down 6 inches and then come back up 6 inches? Without recovery. Okay, well he said springing back up to keep it level. But he also said if it drops. So I didn't know if it dropped 6 inches or if it was like a slow decline. Mun, tack off at 90 where I need to be for Minmus. Huh? Pop smoke. I don't know what that means, buddy. That doesn't make any sense to me. Sorry, bud. Better username. What? I wonder if would I only read half of that at first, normal, and I was kind of confused at first. Would putting substrate down help? Like if you poured a bunch of concrete or something? Would that help your situation, or are you just screwed either way? The line break, yeah, I was like, huh? If you were to move out of North America, what countries would you consider residing in? I have no idea. Wherever there's good internet. If I'm still doing this as a full-time job. I'm not picky. I don't care. I'm not picky in the slightest, my friend. Where's my ascending node? I just passed it. Okay. So if I wanted to add a maneuver here, let's go look at Minmus. Switzerland 100%. I know somebody who lives in Switzerland, and they want to get out so bad. So I didn't ask them why. I don't want to get into it. But they don't like being there, so maybe it's not all it's chalked up to be. You're not here too much. I want you here more. What's up, Witchwake? Welcome in, buddy. It's good to see you. Hope you're well. Let's turn the scale down. Karmic Joke! How are you doing, bud? Yeah, Catfish. I'm not picky, dude. Wherever Sparkles is, Winky Face. I don't think she's here right now. So I can get on her nerves. Got your 3D printer? Nice. One man's trash is another man's treasure. It's another man's come up. Boom, ba boom, boom, boom. It's only 99 cents. Right? How do you punch the wishing well? I mean, / me is the easiest way to punch the wishing well. But I mean, I don't know if it's going to be super effective or not. Not thrift shop. Every time I read one man's trash is another man's, I always got to say it. I'm popping it and blocking it. Blah, 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 blah. I expected as much on cost front. I was personally just thinking about some kind of leveling jack in between the supports and the deck that could adjust when the support drops out. I mean, you could definitely do that, but the only bad thing about that need is where are you gaining from? So like here, let me draw it up for you real quick. Let me draw it up for you real fast. Let me go into paint. Here's what you would need. And it would have to be fabricated. I don't think anything like this exists. So what you would need is you would need a post with like teeth in it, like this. Okay? And then what you would need is a device that wraps around said post or creation or whatever that has the tooth, but then has a lever on it. And then what you got to do is, I don't know if it's hydraulically or what, but you'd have to pull this lever back, which frees up the tooth, and then you would have to slide it down. And by sliding it down, the only issue with this is sliding this down doesn't make this go up. You see what I'm talking about? This would have to be connected like to the deck structurally or something. And I don't understand how that would work. That's the part I'm not getting, because what you're trying to support is rigid. And the only solution I would have for something like that, if the bottom is slipping out from it, is to literally have more just add more substrate. One thing you could do, are there any trees in the area? Because this is what I'm thinking here. What I'm thinking is, let's say this is where your deck is, okay? I don't know how big it is, but let's just say this is your deck. Let's cut it in two pieces like this. I would offer a suggestion. Let's say this is the ground, okay? We're gonna pretend like the ground goes infinitely here. We're gonna go underground here. I would actually recommend like driving in pilings, like Rarest Iowa said. Have them go into the ground here. Have them go under, down to a giant concrete slab, or some kind of footing below, like 2 feet below, and then suspend it with cabling up here. That way, regardless of how far it dropped, it would still be there.